180 days. I see 180 waves waiting to crash down on any path I pave. You see 180 plays in which you can skillfully maneuver your students throughout this checkered field maze. We're amazed because we know a milestone of 180 lays of gradual layers to shield us on our way just awaits. You tirelessly investigate 180 crime-filled pages that in the moment that is all that you can take, but your grin is accompanied by a great whiff of patience, and you make the corrections anyway because we only have 180 days, not to mention the short burst of blissful ways you enjoy your weekend days without having to see those wonderful children's face. Do not feel alone. We've all experienced this feeling, the urge to just give up because your motivation is in this varied state of flux. But for us, you must be patient. Let your drive have no fluctuation. May your visions have destinations and your lessons stay designated like the different cultures and backgrounds that our city assimilated and thus created this safe haven space which makes this dome, our home, a sanctuary place. And that, you see, that is our base, our foundation in which we take so much pride upon. But let's not forget that we must build on, stay strong, because we don't want 180 waves crashing down wrong, but 180 praises even if we get the answer wrong, because all along we just wanted to know if we were on the track that we belong. We're only fawns in this dear world, so grab our palms and show us real words to battle this fierce world and spread the shine of our peaceful pearl, because you are all we have. From the time we are merely able to stuff our tiny faces with things our nature tells us we need to survive, to the very last days of nostalgic moments that make our time feel like it has so suddenly arrived, you are by our side, guiding our spaced out curiosities of the world into our tiny spirits inside. And then the spirit divides and then multiplies from the lives that have so heavily relied on your light. And only then can these sprouts of hope bloom into the symbols of love our dome has so lovingly nurtured and given back to the world. Do not ever feel discouraged, because you are our guide, the light we grow from, our unsung heroes, essential keys to unlock the gifts and uniquely customized personalities of each and every student, with the small yet impactful ways you influence us each and every day, because it really does make a difference. I remember my 9th grade history class very well, not because of hours spent on homework or my impressive endurance that kept me falling asleep every time Mr. Dua opened his mouth, but because he taught me to never doubt myself, my abilities, or let anyone put a limit on what I can do or achieve. There was a project. We had to hand it in with a partner dated to be due a week after it was assigned to us. We were allowed one partner, and of course, as any student would, I got together with my best friend who was also in the same history class. Throughout that week, we were given time to work on the project in class. Use your time wisely is all we would hear as he looked at us in sympathy, because he knew he would not kindly grade our last-minute tossed efforts of a project. So at the end of the class, on the 4th day, a Thursday, he pulls us aside and said, "So, you guys have done nothing." And we looked at each other and said, "Yeah, pretty much. I mean, we brainstormed an idea, we kind of just need to do it." And as expected, he goes, "You guys are not going to be happy with the grade I give you. You cannot just do as you please and expect good results." He had already determined that our efforts of getting a good grade would fail and put a cap on our achievements based on what he saw. Little did he know, my closest friend and I, our minds were like yin and yang that worked so effortlessly and beautifully together. The night before the due date, we managed to put together a symbolic collage of historic battles along with 6 written short stories about their purposes, plus a hand-sculpted souvenir to put on his desk to remind him of the mistake of ever limiting us. I'm not saying let your students procrastinate and see what they'll come up with, because chances are it won't be efficient. But understand the idea that the grain of sand or doubt he planted in us made us create this thick coat of nacre around the very thing he told us we could not do, all to make sure we'd prove him wrong. We ended up getting one of the best grades in the class, and unknowingly, we also made a precious and valuable gem. Our pearl we can proudly wear around our necks and continue to collect as we live on, each representing values and skills gained, lesson after lesson. So teachers, we appreciate you and the little things you do, because they really do make a difference. And out of 180 days, today marks one. Go make some pearls.